where you're excited to see what it can have, but it might not live up to expectations. We'll find out. Can it get things done here in game number 1? It's the Warriors, it's the Dragons, and it's Dave and Mifflin.
And it's the SPL Kickoff Tournament Finals. We'll find ourselves a first seed and a first team in one of our 2 divisions for Phase 1, and then the draft show happening later on today. So really the rights to first pick to send a team over to the 2nd division is what we're fighting for here. And Miff, I think the only around, where's the setup? We trust Pagon to hit Final Judgment. Dashing forward, though. Maybe I didn't even expect it. He's got Panatom here.
He's stuck to him.
Ultimate is out, and Lasbra sent back by Panatom, and Pagon has the last bit of damage. And wouldn't you guess it, Pagon plus Panatom equals first blood. A recipe for success in the Oni Warriors on their right side. Panatom is, but look, this is the composition. This is the mindset of this Oni Warriors team. Frenzy gets used. Are the Oni Warriors going to drop, and a couple of their members down to half HP. Gold Fury taken by the Oni Warriors, but Vote and Lasbra have answered with kills. Jake will get out by the skin of his teeth. Gold Fury to the Oni Warriors, but 2 kills to the Jade Dragons.
Let Panatom die. I'm sure they would have preferred it was just him, but even in grabbing the gold, I believe an even trade.
Sonic Boom, that catches Nika. Another Final Judgment, and it's this time a kill for Panatom. Jake's got Mag Eyes early. It's going to be hard to punish this horse anyway. Dash in on cooldown, get some damage onto Mike, who's riptided back. Mike gets himself out of danger. Lasbra's here, though. Lasbra also has Powwow. There are beads for Netrioid, but it's maybe Jake who's in some trouble. And it looks like To the Skies will get him out A-okay. So, both supports in a bit of danger, but both supports survive.
I like that play from Lasbra. Says, well, I'll never catch up to Netroid in a situation like this, so I'll just close gap on a Jake, try and powwow from there. A high-value powwow at that. Gets the ultimate, the To the Skies, as well as the beads off of Netroid. Good fight-back potential now for the Jade Dragons in that duo lane. Vote on this Ishtar. Hyper-aggressive. Bloodforge has attack speed on it now, so should be able to remain involved.
Jake's got Mag Eyes early. It's going to be hard to punish this horse anyway. Dash in on cooldown, get some damage onto Mike, who's riptided back. Mike gets himself out of danger. Lasbra's here, though. Lasbra also has Powwow. There are beads for Netrioid, but it's maybe Jake who's in some trouble. And it looks like To the Skies will get him out A-okay. So, both supports in a bit of danger, but both supports survive. Pagon
just Mike.
Secure. Not there. Frenzy gets used again. Oni Fury up, and Oni Fury down. Simple enough for the Oni Warriors.
I just see reflected across the top of your screen. You see reflected ideology here is potentially Mike in some trouble.
This is exactly what happened to Mike just a few moments ago. He gets polymorphed, unable to get into the Riptide.
Is this allowed?
It is.
Are they that much better?
I know. It's look. We knew this team was going to be good mechanically. I still can't believe just how good this Oni Warriors team is doing in their shot calling department. They've got it figured out.
Him the 1v1 potential into Lasbra. He's able to find it here
take
as
it
well.
Now. Lasbra has Blink still, no beads for the Daji, but a Powwow is up. Panatom does have beads.
He just let it pull him. He's so smart.
Won't use it. Sonic Boom charged up. Realizing there's no real threat on that side of the map. Pagon's going to step forward. 2 levels up over Dardes. Will this Final Judgment hit? Won't let it go. Instead, it's Jake tanking up a tier 1 tower, dropping it down to sub half HP. Maybe on a different page, though, is Panatom. He's in the River's Rebuke here. Great opportunity for the Jade Dragons. Dardes will get the kill, but it's a tower shot that does the last bit of damage. That's nearly a turn and out from Panatom.
This might be a reinitiation call, Dave.
Where's the Final Judgment go? That's going to be most of your damage here. Mike takes all of it, and SOT notches the kill. And my goodness, the Oni Warriors, they only lose 1 there, despite individually looking like a bunch of them were going to go down one time or another. Netrioid's under a bit of pressure. Lasbra and Full, they've got damage for Netrioid. And so the Jade Dragons, if they're able to scrap back effectively here, not shrinking up the gold much, but at least keeping the kills.
Pick up beats.
Wasn't a 15-minute FG, but it is a 16-minute Fire Giant Frenzy used by the Oni Warriors. They have 2 Pyromancer bombs. If Awesome Jake wants to use them here, Mike steps forward, but he's into the Pillars of Agony, and the Oni Warriors will get the FG. It's a double detonation from Awesome Jake to grab the objective and a kill onto Mike as well. Same. I'll call it upgraded beads for Pagon if we're really splitting hairs, and it could matter if those beads get burned.
Mike again.
Mike wishes he had beads. Just hits level 12, and we'll see what he ends up picking up in his second relic slot. But 4 of the 6 kills onto the Emoja. Been difficult sledding for the Jade Dragon support. Netroid's going to solo push down a tier 2 on left before the rest of his team joins him. 1,000 gold
No, you're
deficit,
right.
you know,
You're right.
I mean, I'm not sure anything saves the Jade Dragons from the pit that they're in right now. Jake, 3-man the Fire Giant. An opportunity for a pick, though, onto SOT. He'll get stunned down by Vote, has beads. Half of his health is missing. He's in some trouble here, but watch the Oni Warriors run down the right side of the map.
No way!
It's devastating for Lasbra. And now Panatom is here, and he might 2v1 as well. Sot in a 3 versus 1 gets a kill on the Lasbra, trades 1 for 1.
Certainly
Panatom
not.
sticks around.
Okay.
And the Major Luck nearly hits. Vote almost drops. Dragons do find a 2 for 1 on left, but sent 3 members over there to get it done.
Right side bird's just gone.
Yeah, it is. Nika might be as well. He's over in the mid lane at the moment with Panatom. Difficult decision making here for the Jade Dragons. Dardas and Vote just being clipped down. Final Judgment nearly deletes Vote, and there's your opening. Rivers Review gets up from Mike. And the left side, Phoenix, an afterthought now. Just 1 Final Judgment sends back the defense.
Jake decides to back it up. I thought maybe we'd head over towards percent just with the hieroglyphic assault, and does 80 to the other.
Panatom has beads. Will he need or use them? Sonic Boom is up. This is a nice pick. SOT falls. Jade Dragons give themselves a little breathing room, and actually it's right when the Fire Giant drops off. So you have this minute cooldown time where the Jade Dragons can maybe afford to step forward, ward up a little bit, if that's calculated. A big statement to win like this here in game number 1. Polar Bear Mike taken down by Pagon, and a Final Judgment hits a couple. And now the Oni Warriors sensing an opening for a game end. Lasbra up and down off the Palau. Where's Jake gonna take his team? Just over to the right. Sada's not even going back, doesn't have teleport, but wants to be around for the rest of his team. Titan down to half.
Burning.
What a statement this is from the Oni Warriors, who have dominated game 1 and will find the opening win.
It's a 5-minute Gold Fury into a 9-minute Pyromancer into a Gold Fury immediately afterward. Just blitzkrieg by the Oni Warriors here. The Jade Dragons, it doesn't look good, but the reason Mike has so many of those deaths is because he was the only one on the scene trying to defend the objectives. Just did not have the survivability. That Yamoja hasn't really been succeeding all weekend so far. Just has not looked great.
Definitely picking up their counters, doing their best to make sure this one goes long. It's 1-0 for the Warriors now. We'll see the score and what it lies at after game number 2.
Wonder how the Oni Warriors choose to play this game. Do you double down now? Do you shove even more pressure if you feel like you can?
Hercules have done the exact same thing. Panatom on the Thor might just take over the match on his own.
Well, Pagon's been doing the solo kill thing since he joined the league just last year. Uh-oh. Could it be a first blood? Oh, it's terrible start for the Jade Dragons. Netroid goes in on Vote, and it is a kill onto the Jade Dragons 80 carry. Actually some safety for Vote, you know, later on in the game. Centaurus ultimate not used necessarily for safety, but good poke damage. Panatom being chased down by Dardes and Nika. Beads already gone from the Thor. Hammer will not get out. And Nika maybe with the burn, just the last bit of damage there. Pagon's going to get chased down by Lasbra as well. Water hands, and it's a double kill for Nika. In early signs of life from the Jade Dragons in game 2.
Likely won't be able to stick in the fight. Dual lane, though, a different story.
Vote is just getting caught off guard here. Jake hits a tether. Mike just in range for the body blocks, but Jake might just get it done anyway. Vote gallops away. Frenzy used by Mike once more, but now he's under threat of maybe dropping as well. Another root out from Jake. Net dashes forward. Jake gets the kill, but Mike answers back in kind. Looks like Pagon was able to steal away the red buff as well. So a nice little play there from the Oni Warriors mid laner. Mike ulting in, over in mid. Panatom's here, misses the wall, but still enough damage. Dardes doesn't drop, but Pagon sure does. Panatom's got to get back. But is Panatom going to go for this?
He wouldn't.
No way, he doesn't have the range to get over here now. He'll just reposition in case Dardes.
Alleviate it. Only time will tell.
Everyone on the Dragons, except for Nika, stacking right now. A couple Transcendences, Gauntlet of Thieves, Devourer's Gauntlet. SOT has not had a great game so far in game 2, and that'll continue. A killing spree for Lasbra. A couple of them onto the solo laner of the Oni Warriors.
Panatom
Panatom,
No chase.
he might go back in.
Nah, out of range here. Dunks in front of PBM. Still has the hammer. Should be able to make his way out. But maybe a reinitiation.
Oh, the wall and the stun and the hammer and all of it connects with Lasbra. Pagon's here as well. Water hands are through. Where's the crushing wave? Will he use it? Dardes back behind the bastion. Mike low. Jake a double kill. Maybe a third around the corner. But again, we're underneath the tier 1 tower. A double kill for Netrioid. And the Oni Warriors rally on left. They'll pick up 4.
The towers do more damage now, Dave. They hurt more. They fight
Can
back
Lasbra
twice
get something
hard.
done here? There's no
Should
mana.
be able to.
No mana.
He's got them both.
Get a pull in.
He's got
It's
them both.
rooted in place. He's got them both. He's got them both.
Okay.
He's got them both. We can breathe. Needed to happen. Needed to
I've
happen.
not cursed a single time.
No, you have. No, you're right. Wrong verbiage. Purple buff pulled all the way back by Mike and stolen by Mike, and actually Panatom stepping forwards because he's got a little assistance on its way back from base. Oh, Centaurus. I think he hit Panatom, but Vote does too much.
Did he laugh before he got the kill? I'm pretty sure I heard Netrioid let a couple VELs
All right,
fly.
this is chaos. We got to recenter ourselves for
Okay.
just a moment. Oni Warriors have found their openings. Could be a fight though. Dardes rotating over from mid, walls up from Mike. No one in
He's
range
stuck.
to get stunned.
He hit him.
Pagon. Well, crushing wave forward. Oh, but Panatom nearly saves the life of his mid laner. Does help out with a trade out kill. Does not take the teleport forward on the hammer.
Legitimately. Panatom is worth less to kill than Lasbra. That much is certain. But he's bigger impact on map.
Wonder how worth it Dardes is because the wall is perfect. Down to the pixel from Panatom.
He wouldn't.
Yeah, but Miff, he would.
He
And
wouldn't.
might. And I
Don't
think
do it.
I think he might.
He tried.
He does go forward. And Mike will walk away this time. Lasbra's here. 5-1 and 2 on the Susana. What can he get done?
Ooh,
Pull out of nothing, but the pull back saves the hammer away. Nika's over from solo. Water hands from Pagon. Did a decent amount of damage.
Match.
Vote's in trouble.
Vote's in trouble
And wouldn't
again.
you guess it, an Oni Fury will be up here in the next 10 or so seconds. Vote will go down.
He's dead.
Who gets the kill? Panatom grabs it. Nika receiving a gank. It's SOT who's going to drop. Maybe for the third time this game. No, he'll live. But Lasbra's got some chase down. Up and over goes
He's
Nika.
fighting back.
You're spending so much. What's that? Oh my God, it's unfair. He turns around the 2-for-1. The Jade Dragons can't buy a win in game 2. He's doing it to him, and an Oni Fury on left. Sot was 0-2. That is Lasbra at 5-1 with a 2-0 Surtur, and it does not matter. Like this, Miff, I guess the argument is you don't know what the Oni Warriors were doing. They could be doing a 14-minute Fire Giant. Nika pulled and then pushed. Panatom gets out of this one, uses his beads, and a tier 2 tower. No, the tier 1 rather, tier 1 tower.
There's no way they knew where Netrioid was. He was hovering right side while Lasbra was looking for a
Whoa.
kick. No, Dardes!
Oh,
no. Oh, the Aegis!
Oh, the Aegis saves the Water Hands. That would have been it. That would have been it from Pagon. That would have been the solo, but the Aegis perfectly timed for Dardes. Lasbra's in to finish off the kill. There's your blink, by the way, for the kills for Jake. 8 affected for Netrioid. That's 2 and 5 on Vote. Pyromancer now down as well. Mike's in some trouble. This might be. You're talking last-ditch effort here.
Watch Panny.
From the Jade Dragons. You can't afford to handily lose this fight. Is Nika going back through? He is. Gotta get a kill on a Netrioid, and he's unable to do so. Net lives. Lasbra doesn't get the kill either. And the Oni Warriors rally around their AD carry. And look at the pixel of health that he's got. Well, Netrioid will go back, but now you've maybe overextended if you're the Dragon.
Just enough, buys the space, and Netrioid gets out with sub 100.
Jake,
he's dead.
On the wall. Should be, is. Now it's actually threat on to Pagon. The crushing wave will get used. That's a nice wall from Panatom. Small moment that really just funnels in the Jade Dragons. And for the first time this game, never mind, right, to Panatom, who's taking things over. Nika's pulled back, shoved back once more.
One shot.
Primal Fury is low. Centaurus has already been used here. Where's
Panatom's
Panatom
chasing.
gonna go? Might dunk down on Nika. Sure does. Hello, goodbye.
He had Jake with him?
All at once. And Jake was with Panatom, and the Anvil of Dawn works perfectly. Polar Bear Mike walled off, but on the wrong side of things is Vote.
Door stuck.
Lasbra sends through a Typhoon, hits 3, but ask him if it matters. It doesn't. Your answer. Pagon, double kill in this fight.
We're still
And it's
chasing.
bad to worse. Sot's underneath a tier 2 tower, and the Primal Fury will end up going to the Warriors, Eddie. I think this is a fun Oni Warriors team for everyone to watch. So there's one. It pops. There's two. It pops, and they'll save the third. There's your left side Phoenix Siege for the Oni Warriors. I hadn't enjoyed the laning phase all that much, but I think this game has gotten a lot more enjoyable for the Hercules. Still one Runic Bomb for the Oni Warriors, should they choose to place it over in mid. They'll do so now. Middle burst, and nearly a kill on Tanika. Ultimates fly.
Panatom's up.
But the Jade Dragon's got to be careful here. You could lose the game if you lose this fight. Typhoon helps out, and it's Dardez with the kill on the Pagon. And maybe some siege damage still there for the Oni Warriors, but 2 birds down, an extra pick as well. Lasbra forward, silenced out by Jake. That feels terrible.
You can't speak.
For Lasbra. Netrioid a double. He wants it on the fun as well. And how about this Oni Warriors team?
Stop!
I have diffed the Jade Dragons at every turn in game 2. And it's one more for Panatom. And a wave goodbye to game 2. And Oni Warriors will take a 2-0 lead.
Lasbra steps up there and says, all right, if I land the pull, we win the fight. If I land the pull, we win the fight. Jake hit him with a you can't speak.
No.
Simply be silent, my friend. Locks him down and
that's
prepare.
up, he's wagging his finger.
Yeah. That is insane.
That's pretty much it.
Like an Agni stun?
Yeah, like you're counting on an Agni stun to beat your initiator. It's not as easy, whereas Awesome Jake can just sit there with Nox. They can wait, throw out a combo, it misses. Don't worry, we'll back up. We'll try again in a couple seconds. Whenever that does connect, that's when the fight starts.
I can't guarantee anything about this game except that it feels like there should be a lot of kills. We'll find out. It's game 3. It could be the end of the finals. The Warriors are going to try to do it. The Dragons will try to delay it. So one more time at least, let's go down to Dave and Myth and find out.
Always the credit that we gave them, but wondering how that would work together.
His dash on him?
Worked well.
He had shell?
Sure did have shell. Had to use it though because Lasbra and Dardez had enough damage for Pagon to nearly get that kill. Bakasura.
He wouldn't.
Susano dash in from Dardez and will fight in mid. Lasbra gets first blood. Panatom a chance to answer back. Needs one more auto. The up down gets it.
But he's dead though,
But
right?
Lasbra
He's not dead.
doesn't have the cooldowns. Won't go back in. 1 for 1 in mid. I think they are. But from what we've seen, this is potentially just something we could expect from the Oni Warriors. Unfortunately for Netrioid, a rotation in from Dardez means stun and death. More damage, I
got
imagine.
you, bud.
It's just going to be full damage.
Doom Orb, Spear of Desolation,
Okay.
first 2 guaranteed.
Yep.
Revisit me at 3.
Okay, I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Panatom's in trouble. Typhoon will get the knock up. Pagon rotates out of mid. Panatom will live this time.
He's dead.
Nico with one last auto has it, but Pagon wreaking havoc in the back line. Solo or Troll takes what would have been a double kill for Pagon. But how much trouble is Sot in now? There is a crushing wave for the Hebo. I think Nika and Lasbra realizing that. Don't want anything to do with the rest of this fight. All these rotations out very quick from both mid laners.
Lasbra steps
Oh,
forward,
does he have-
maybe too far. Ultimate does the damage. Nika now on the chase. If SOT can find the water cannon,
Yeah,
that's
but
all
look
you
who's
need.
coming in from behind. Panatom's going to be here as well, and Panatom will get the kill. Nika got hit all your autos here to trade something out. Chernobog, not the best at escaping over walls and through the jungle unless you've got your ultimate. He does not. Onto the wall, off the wall, and down. That was a big point of emphasis for him earlier on in the weekend. Sot's going to get ganked out by Lasbra here. Crushing wave. Saves his life for a moment, but a Typhoon cleans up the kill. Relatively simple for the Jade Dragon's jungler. He does, I believe, won't end up chasing any further. Panatom up and over the wall.
Close.
Nearly grabs the root. Ult out of solo from Nika. Gets a root onto Panatom. Lasbra's here as well, and the Jade Dragon suddenly scrapping back in game 3. It's a team that groups as 2 or 3, and then the Jade Dragons group is 2 or 3, and the Oni Warriors do it. And more recently, the Dragons have grouped up over in mid and gotten a pick.
And now with the resustain of the Oni Warriors, Pagon was actually mid-rotation over towards right, trying to gank onto Nika. Just gets left high and dry.
Double silence from Netrioid actually keeps this fight interesting. Dodges out.
No way.
The damage from Mike. And Net's been on one today. Nearly turns a 2 versus 1, but Panatom's got the rest of the damage. Vote will have to dash away after his ult. And Pagon, you better believe this team is considering a dive, but it's not a long consideration. Once Vote and Lasbra back away. Hard has steal potential, but he's going to be in some danger if this is spotted out. Half
Oh, he's
HP
got
remaining
this.
on the Fury. Netrioid unable to get out of this fight. And a
Lasbra.
Typhoon from Lasbra is going to be a game changer, and it sure is. Suddenly the Jade
Pagon.
Dragons with a leg to stand on, but as Pagon swept it to the side, 3-for-1 trade. Might get worse if Vote hits his autos.
Now it's time for the Jade Dragons to finally look towards the objectives are concerned. The Oni Warriors, I think, a bit overzealous in their decision to move in towards the gold
Here
there.
this weekend. Pyromancer will be up shortly. Silence on to Vote, who's in a bit of trouble here. CC immunity is out, has beads, but this point
Okay.
maybe turning a kill. I'm thinking this is an afterthought, and a kill on to Vote is, but Nikon his rotation over. Maybe slowed the jump in from Panatom. Well played there by
Covering
Vote.
this left side.
Sure is. Lasbra's been all over the place this game. Darda is silenced.
Dive on left.
Sot has Crushing Wave, uses it. No Aegis for Dardes at this point in the game. Beads aren't going to help you, but there is a dive happening on left, and it looks good. Okay, Solo Tower, or Order Tower, excuse me, gets the kill. Pagon answers back. Of course he is. That gives Pagon some comfort to dash in towards Vote, who leaves beneath his tier 1 tower. We're diving.
What
We're
up?
diving. Vote doesn't have beads, does have ultimate. Panatom, easy enough. Unfortunate. It's been a tough series for Vote, hasn't it? Where
Just
it's just
running him down, no way.
where's Crushing Wave, sidesteps, but Lasbra, who has had a nice set so far. It's difficult because Lasbra's fallen 3 levels behind. Team has just looked different against the Jade Dragons in the grand finals. Oni Fury pulled now. Could be a 5 versus 5. Jake is low. Could
Has
be
to
an
die
opening
here.
kill. He won't for now.
Okay.
Up and over the wall he goes.
Fury, though.
But yes, Fury given back to the Jade Dragons helps salve the wounds just a bit.
No, that's a massive win for the Jade Dragons there, and potentially some more if Netroid isn't aware of the 3 chasing him.
Yeah. Dodges out.
No! The shotgun blast? Couldn't hit any of it?
Oh, it didn't work. No, and now
No,
Nika
not Nika.
Use the Aegis. This is a tier 2 tower. Yeah,
He's
that's-
fine. He's okay.
We'll respect it a bit, but it's the only tower. The critical mass.
Yeah, is sacrificing a good deal of penetration in the build. I wonder if he looks towards maybe a Demon Blade in next slot. SOT. Some
Aegis.
trouble.
Sot.
No, he's dead. He's
Crushing
dead.
Wave away, and Lasbra again, who's fallen behind but been able to fight effectively in on the rest of the fight. But Panatom
His turn.
has filled up the tank, and he's pressing down the gas. Double kill on the Bakasura. When the Jade Dragons think they get this great opening, this great opportunity, it's Panatom who's right there on the
Shut
answer.
down SOT and Pagon, but forget the looming threat in the jungle. Vote forward. Jake caught out, but Netroid the target.
Netroid the one who gets stunned. Jake avoids it. Dark Portal again, it's great. And that's
It's
been hitting them
Panatom.
so far this game. Yeah, Panatom stopped off at the gas
Oh, he's
station.
dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, okay, okay. Look, I haven't been able to guess on another 2 kills for the Jade Dragons.
But we should, operative word should,
There's a lot of things
see
we
a lull
should
in
be
action.
doing, right?
We should see a lull in action here. There's not much to fight over. Fire Giant,
Has that been
sure.
an issue though?
Oh, we're just gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah, we are at 16.5 minutes.
The
Oni
boys
Warriors
see it.
pull the FG. Do they drop it? Do they fight? Do we run? What's the answer? It's go in for Pagon. Nika uses his disengage.
Spirits pursue you.
Lane limits a bit of the fighting, but that just means Panatom's going to come in later. Nika,
Yikes.
goodbye Aegis, and goodbye Chernobog. SOT's finished off the kill. Oh my god! With a blink of the eye, the Jade Dragons have lost everyone but Lasbra and Dardes. And if you thought Fire Giant was a consideration before, you better believe it's going to get started now for the Oni Warriors.
Well, surely there's a lull in action now. The Jade Dragons wouldn't walk in 2v5
Not
to
for
the Fire
FG.
Giant.
No. Unless you're in, we have to save the game. If this Fire Giant goes, we lose type
Oh
territory.
my god!
Water Spout, Water Hand.
He missed everything!
Half HP off of Dardes. Sot does not have Crushing Wave.
He doesn't need
Water Carpet in a moment just slows down Dardes. And the Oni Warriors get the Fire Giant. I would. Just because you
it.
told
You
me I could.
legitimately could. I wouldn't recommend. That's a hard way to do it. You know, you could make it easier for yourself. Early game to beat early game, I suppose.
Maybe. Well, Lasbra, again, has gotten plenty of kills this game. But a 2-kill swing back for the Jade Dragons, who have stuffed this Fire Giant offense a bit. Get the buffs off of Panatom and Pagon.
3 versus 4, they still keep pushing?
Yeah, why not? Netroid, Jake, they'll go ahead and pull tier 2 tower. They'll get it. But the chase is on.
Oh,
Frenzy's
Sot's
been
in.
used.
Oh, this could be
SOT is
big.
here. The water hand's big. And an Aegis needed by Vote. Netrioids turn the tables on Nika. And now it is down to a 3 versus 3 water spout.
He's still walking at him.
Water spout.
Come
Water
here.
hands. We're diving a Phoenix. We're diving a
No,
Phoenix.
not Lasma too.
Oh my God, Sot does end up trading out. Wait, look,
Dart has respawn.
the reason this team is so fun to watch, Jake and Net may die here. Aegis saves Net for the time being and saves Jake thanks to the dash forward.
Don't walk into this. He hits hard.
Dash away.
This could
Dash
very
away,
quickly
dash
turn.
Away, dash away all. I'm looking at the Oni Warriors. They've
Mike.
respawned. They've got reinforcements, but on the other side
Every
of the map.
game so far, Netrioid has just dominated Vote in this lane, and that's how they've established their leads.
We've also seen Lasbra close in on nearly 10 kills, but also a couple levels down already. Jade Dragons have been able to find some individual picks that have slowed the roll of the Oni Warriors. Up goes Nika.
They know Sot's there now, too.
That's right, you had vision on Sa. That's what Dardes is maybe doubling back for. But that said, this is where you do have to sometimes be careful.
Oh, no.
When you do too much.
He's done too much, Dave.
Yeah, but look,
Oh, he's taunting him.
look how cautious they are. Crushing wave.
Good
back
lord.
forward. Double kill for Lasbra. He's got 3 kills in the last games. Can get flipped on you. Fire Giant should go to the Dragons.
Should.
But let's see some of the mechanics at play. The Oni Warriors won't take their chance. First Fire Giant of the set, maybe.
Oh, Penny's
over to
dead.
the Jade Dragons and a kill onto Panatom. Again, individual picks this far into the game, starting to cost the Oni Warriors. And the gold, what was 5,000-6,000 in the lead, now completely flipped and back to
Jade
E.
Dragons have been handed a few unforced errors. SOT standing at Phoenix line, probably not ideal. Can they now siege with fire? Doesn't seem like it.
Pretty good ult there from Jake. The respawn's back through. Oni Warriors, they want to fight.
What hit him?
Pagon Skewer, maybe? I'm not sure. Does have Bluestone, maybe the last bit of that upgraded Bluestone. Dealt the damage to Dardes. to Nika buying
Ooh,
his
good
time.
Aegis.
And
Is he
actually
out?
plays it well. Nika turning the damage,
He is
but
nuts.
SOT back into the fight. Double pull in from Lasbro, but Pagon reinitiates.
Oh,
Triple
3.
backup from SOT. Vote turns around some damage, and Vote will get a double before dropping. And Netria, the 80 carry on the other side, has one of his own. And a 2-for-4 trade leaves Lasbra last alive on the map. Win this kickoff tournament. After what all the pundits were saying about this team coming into this weekend. Panatom on his own. That'd be
That
a
could be
great
massive.
pick for the Jade Dragons, and it is, and they get out cleanly as well. Now a 5 versus 4. Hasn't worried the Oni Warriors much throughout this set, a 5v4. Maybe a bit of a bad decision from the Oni Warriors.
No
Vote
way.
caught in place. Aegis buys some
Too
time
soon.
and completely mitigates the crushing wave from SOT, but Pagon from around the wall on the right.
What is
Netrioid
happening?
wraps around to the left, and this team pincers the Jade Dragons.
You have gotta be kidding.
Simply doesn't matter. Pagon dropped a quad on the world stage and might have 3 for the Jade Dragons here in game
Play
3.
with supreme confidence.
And that was without like Crushing Wave doing anything.
Crushing Wave went straight into a wall and an Aegis.
He'll just go ahead and take down the right side. Phoenix respawns still 5 to 10 seconds away from his relics. So, getting out of that. Just thanks to his items, Panatom. Well, this solo mission pays off. Pagon on his own over on left. Nika dashes forward with his ultimate, but Pagon
Goes for the turn.
dodges out a lot of that damage. And Nika will finish off the kill over on the other side. So a 1-for-1 trade in the base of the Jade Dragons. This is where this type of composition could be difficult to siege with. You're walking into a lot of damage.
Pretty decent target.
Could be. Just waiting for Pagon to make his way back onto the map. 9 and 5.
It's
for
happening so
Pagon.
fast.
Mike uses the frenzy, and awesome Jake, the support in the kill column.
He had beads.
For the first time in game 3, Sot levels Dardes.
He had beads and Aegis.
And the mid Phoenix falls in suit. Now 2 fire minion waves will be working against the base of the Dragons.
2 firemen in waves and 4 members of the Oni Warriors, and that seems to be just enough. Pagon might not even have the time to get to the Titan room by the time the Warriors have cleaned up what's left of the Jade Dragons. 3-man core alive, 30 seconds on nearest respawn. Doesn't have beads for this one either. Shadowlock kills him.
To be honest, I think the Oni Warriors need to lose Jake here. 4 has been the magic number.
There he goes.
If you got 4 team members on map, that's when the Oni Warriors have been winning all of their fights. Sot has 32,000 damage at the 33-minute mark. 1,000 damage.
Whoa!
Feels fine. I'll add 1,000 damage with my water hands, please. And it looks like it's working out. Pagon, Jake, and the boys following up on their solo laner. Netrioid lives. Sat's on a killing spree. And it's been a masterclass of fighting and mechanics from the Oni Warriors all day long.
Oh, the dash.
Darnez will give a double over to Pagon, and I'm not sure fire even matters. They're considering it. They'll do it. They might have time to end the game after.
Yeah, this is just to heal up. They're doing fire trying to resustain.
To sustain.
Oh no. Oh no, don't do it, Sod. Let Lazarus. Let my man live! Let him live for a second! 2,000 damage!
That's game, by the way. The Oni Warriors, they've made a statement. They've put their foot down and they've 3-0'd the Jade Dragons in the Smite Pro League Kickoff Tournament Finals. They will select first during our draft show later on today. A team that maybe someone believed in Myth, but we were not sure how this team would look, and they've looked incredible all weekend long. It's just been a difference in what feels like every lane all day today.
Are you guys having fun? It feels like a really fun style of Smite to play.
Yeah, we're having a ton of fun. I mean, that game was so funny. I think the funniest part of that game was I think when we tried to end at one point, Jake was like so confident. He's like, guys, I have perfect. I have ult. They're gonna do no damage. I can dash. I can silence. We just hit the Titan, and then he dashed in, and he insta died, and we were all just.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
he was in there alone, and Myth and I were joking.
So if you've been wondering, the way things are working in Phase 1, it's a little different, right? We're not just tossing all 8 teams together, making them all play each other like double round robin and seeing things. Instead, what we're doing is separating them into 2 divisions, the Order and the Chaos division. Those 2 divisions are going to play within their division, the 4 teams, play twice, and they'll play out of division, so Order will play Chaos. They'll play every single one of those teams once. The division winners, whoever's first place, advances directly to Masters, while the rest of the teams are going to be competing at the play-ins and what is a much bigger smorgasbord, I guess, is the only phrase that's coming to my mind. Charcuterie board is what I was going to think
That
of.
works too.
Of teams that are going to be trying to go for the same spots. And of course, if you're wondering how this is going to work, we've got 2 divisions, the Order and the Chaos division. Immediately, the Warriors are in the Order division, right? That is going to be a given. They are the first team because they got first place. That's how that one works. So they get to choose any of the other 7 teams that are listed down at the bottom. Whoever they choose goes to the other division. It's going to go into Chaos division. So just for the sake of the thought experiment right now, while they're getting prepared, let's say they chose the Dragons since they just got second. The Dragons would be in the Chaos division. Then the Dragons would send a representative to choose someone to go back over towards the Warriors. So it's a snake draft. Whoever they choose gets next
We
choice.
would like to be on the Chaos
Okay,
group.
sorry. I don't know which group is which. So you're Chaos group. You're Chaos, right? I said Order.
We are sending the Kings.
You're sending the Kings over to the other side. And you said that just has a lot to do with practice and scrim. So you get the idea that you'll be scrimming a lot against the teams on the other side of the group. All right, so we do have you in Chaos. So you got to choose, which is great for you guys. Why?
Let's go.
Why Chaos? You just like Chaos?
I mean, kind of matches, the only
Sure, right,
Warriors,
fair
that last game against the Jade Dragons, it was like pure chaos.
It was pure chaos. So our first team over in the Order side, it's the Camelot Kings, sent there by the Oni Warriors. Biggie, head coach of the Kings, with me. You end up getting an early pick in the group show draft anyway. Who do you want to send over to the Chaos side?
Do you want me to do a long monologue first, like Royd, or?
No, that's okay. I'll do your monologuing after your choice.
We're gonna put Dragons.
All right, you're gonna put the Jade Dragons over. What's the reasoning there?
I think we just think they'll be a good team to practice against, and our theory is that you're gonna practice most against the teams in the other group, and we just want a nice variety of different types of teams to practice against, and that's why.
Are there any teams you're hoping don't end up landing over in the Order side amongst what you see here?
I mean, I don't think so. I think there's a lot of top teams. Maybe there's like a distinct 5 or 6 top teams at the moment, but I think Hounds and Glads also have a lot of potentials, so I'm not really kind of worried about everyone, I guess.
Draft. The Jade Dragons select.
The Order division will have the Styx Ferrymen taking their talents over there.
The Styx Ferrymen are taking their talents to the Order side.
Yeah, there you go.
Is this a scrim partner type decision from you? That's been the theme of the draft show so far.
So everybody keeps saying that. I want to scrim teams within our division as well. As long as we're not playing them that week, I don't care. But it's no secret. I love scrimming against Aurora, so I need to be able to scrim against that guy more for my own mental sanity. Normally, I would have picked Dardas and Neil, but Neil's a coach, and Dardas on my team now. So
Right. The correct order. Let's put the teams in the correct division on the bracket first. Who are you sending over to the other side?
We're sending the Leviathans over to the
All right,
other
the
side.
Atlantis Leviathans go over. I don't remember which division we're in at the moment, but the Leviathans will join the Chaos side. But there was a debate.
There was a debate.
And who was the other consideration?
Am I allowed to say?
Sure.
We were thinking about the Leviathans and Hounds. It was like super close.
Do you feel like those two teams pretty closely matched?
I feel like they both give us really good practice, at least in scrims.
How much weight, I know there's been some discussion out there and obviously internally within the team, how much weight do you think there is on avoiding a team being in our division and competing with them for Masters placement versus just a team that we get to play against more often in scrims? You think they weigh equally maybe?
I don't know, actually. I have to think about it. But
Fair enough.
I just think it's just, I don't know.
Okay, understood.
I can't think.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Look,
Sorry.
It's been a long weekend. We got a long season ahead of us. You've sent the Leviathans over. I'm excited to see that group break down. Slighted a bit that you guys fell a bit later on during our draft show.
I was kind of expecting maybe even a last pick from us. We have a team that's notoriously late for scrims, so it's obviously not like the best environment, but.
Sure. Based on scrim partner status alone, potentially later on. All right, so we're on Chaos side. You're sending a team to the Order side. Who is that going to be?
After really like in-depth thought,
Serious debate.
Lots of math crunching, we're going to put the Hounds on the other side.
The Eldritch Hounds on the other side. Wondered if it would break down that way. Notoriously, the qualifier teams haven't done the best coming into the SPL. What do you think is a bit different about this team?
I mean, they're just always really trying in scrims, I think, which is like pretty important. They don't usually come in and have like off days. They're always just like looking to improve, which is like the biggest thing in my opinion. So that was probably just the biggest. I just think they're like looking to improve the most compared to the other teams for scrims.
You think the Kings are the favored team over on the Order side with the three that you can see so far?
No, probably the Ferrymen.
Oh, maybe the Ferrymen. Well, that's head coach Slaney sending the Hounds on over to the Order side. Appreciate your input. We'll go back to your chances in finishing towards the top of the table.
My brain is empty right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't know
That's
what's
okay.
going
It's
on.
been a long weekend.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cupcake in my head as well. So let's not stretch the brain too difficult then. You're sending a team back over to the Chaos side. You get two options. I believe Gladiators and Ravens are left. Which team is it going to be?
I think I will be sending the Glads over there.
You think? Or you are?
I am.
We are
actually. I am,
sending
yeah.
the Gilded Gladiators on over to the Chaos side. So the Chaos side fully completed now. Oni Warriors, Dragons, Leviathans, Gladiators. Why the Glads?
No reason.
Are they good scrim partners?
They're okay, I guess. I don't know.
Who do you think wins the Chaos side?
Chaos side. I'm pretty sure the Warriors will demolish that side.
Yeah, do you think that they weren't given enough respect, the Oni Warriors?
I'd say
Certain
so.
casters were ranking them sort of
Yeah.
low, you know?
I mean, I thought they were going to be crazy, but I didn't know how crazy until now. And
they're good.
Yeah,
they're good now.
I'm
apparently.
good with that. I don't know.
Well, Benny Q, I appreciate your input sending a team, the last team, on over to the Chaos side. We've got one team left, the Highland Ravens. I wonder where they're going to end up going. That's been Benny Q. Thanks for your input and mindset. Hurrywin, do you feel a weight off, though, not having to come in and make a selection? You just get to stroll in, know what your group is. Maybe you got off easy.
Yeah, true. I mean, I don't have to slight anybody else, although I've got a list of people that clearly disrespected us.
Wait.
Yep, it's right there, as you can
No
see.
way.
Yep.
At number one?
Yep. Believe it or not, those guys are going down.
That is unbelievable. I can't believe you've got a list made. That's been Kierme. That's been Hurrywind. And those are your two groups in the desk. We'll talk about it.
I'm going to ask you the hard-hitting questions here. Do you think one of these groups is tougher than the other?
I mean, just by nature of this tournament, and that's all that we have to go off of, the Chaos division is tougher, right? I mean, you kind of
got the first and second seed,
you got the
right?
first and second seed. However, I think with a lot of practice, we didn't get to see a lot of these teams, quick 2-0s and out type of deal.
Yeah.
They have plenty of time to improve on the meta, learn some things. There's plenty of tenure throughout the entirety of these divisions. So I imagine, give both of these divisions a week or two to get, some understanding of how the this map is played and the top meta picks, and I think both of these divisions are extremely scary.